Yeah, to test the water. I mean,
You want to cut some wood with me?
yeah.
Alright, let's go. Welcome back to Brightland Milling, and thank you for joining us today. This is going to be kind of an introduction to hopefully a new set of projects, a new set of work that we're going to try to specialize in here, and that is the topic of inlays. So an inlay has a male and a female part. So you have typically two types of wood, and one is going to be carved out one way and another the other way, and then they're going to be stuck together with wood glue and then shaved off. So this first piece here is actually just 3/4 inch plywood. You're going to see at the end of this video that this is definitely just a test piece. This is the first time we're doing this, so I'm just using whatever wood I have. So the female side, this first piece, is that piece of plywood you can see in the machine there clamped down. And it is a nicer piece of plywood, but plywood nonetheless. I'm using a V-carve, a 60-degree V-carve bit here, and you can see that it's kind of got this angle to it. It's not a straight bit, but it's one with an angle. So this is the female piece. You can see it there, and it came out pretty nice. I didn't know how the plywood was going to react to that 60-degree V-bit, but it came out good. And now we're moving on to the male piece. So this is the red oak that I had left over from the Holy Smokes project. If you haven't seen that, the cigar sign project, go check that out. And I'm cutting this just a little bit smaller than the 3/4 inch plywood. And where we cut just the inset portion of the previous piece, here we're going to cut away all of the rest of the material and have the L. This is a cursive L, if you haven't figured that out yet. This piece is going to have all the rest of the material cut away around the L so that this part is sticking up and out. And I was pretty happy with how this came out as well. I did have to do some tweaks as far as the depth goes, and I wasn't sure how exactly how that would work. Does the male end need to be bigger and the female end need to be smaller? But it came out really nice, and I did find out that it did not fit perfectly. So there's this moment of truth where you're having, here I am trying to figure out, is this thing gonna actually fit in here? So I did have to do some sanding, but I got it pretty much good enough where I wanted to glue it down. So put it in there for about 24 hours, and here really is the moment of truth where now these things are really stuck together, and I'm just taking this bit, putting it over, and you can kind of start to see the L there a little bit. And so after some sanding, it did turn out okay. The concept is there for me to be able to get this to work in future projects. Again, just a test piece and not really worth sanding down all the way, but that is our first inlay. So I'm pretty happy with it, and I look forward to doing maybe some cutting boards in the future. So stay tuned. Our next piece is going to be a whole lot better. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time.